Hello, everyone. Welcome to another awesome day of FileMaker training. I'm Richard Carlton, creator of FMTraining.tv, where every day I have to explain to people what that means. Monday through Friday at this time slot, 1 o'clock Pacific time, we're doing awesome things with the FileMaker platform. So let's take a look at the upcoming broadcast schedule. Margaret's going to pop that up for us. The upcoming broadcast schedule looks a lot like this. We got Nick Hunter on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, we have a beginning and intermediate question and answer session. I have a couple canned things to talk about in the event that there are no questions. Last time, we have a lot of people here that are very senior, so we're going to send out a campaign to remind people it's open Q&A Thursday. Now, Jacob Taylor's on vacation this week, so if you have a server emergency, please schedule your server emergency for next week. We do have coverage for other people helping us with servers, but that being said, if you want the A team, the server A team to be on the job, you should make sure your server only catches fire after next Monday. That would be Monday around August 1st, thereabouts, somewhere around there. Nick, are you ready to go? Are you up to today? It's Monday. Are you ready to go? So then you're going to finish Ken up.
Yes.
And then it's Cat GDP next week. Cat GDP.
Yeah, it's Chat GPT.
Oh, okay. It says Chat and then
GPT.
GPA, Cat GPA, Cat grade point average. I like that better. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Good luck. Have fun. I will be here on Thursday. We're going to send a newsletter out to everyone reminding them that if you have beginning, intermediate questions, you have topics you'd like to see. One of you, I think it was Alex or Ruben or someone had a question. They wanted understanding FileMaker for people who are professionals from other disciplines who come to FileMaker with kind of understanding other data systems. That makes sense, Margaret? Remember that conversation? We sent a request out to Chris Moyer to come on the show to help us articulate that. So like Nick is not a good example. I'm not, I came to FileMaker from Fortran and Pascal and Basic and stuff, right? So then I learned AppleScript, then I learned FileMaker. So, but if you were learning like Oracle, SQL systems, things like that, then you came to FileMaker. What do you need to know? How do you cross that bridge? Because the relationship graph is not an ERD. Like, what are all the things you have to think about? So we're trying to get some people to help us with that a little bit. Other people who've gone through that conversion, that transition, to FileMaker, understanding how, because FileMaker is unique, it's awesome, it's different. It's really fantastic. Despite the licensing complexities, it's a fantastic platform.
It is more than fantastic. No, really,
more than fantastic.
Let's finish this. Let's take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right, to talk about this. Recently, I built something for customer. I saved 3 employees, something like maybe $200 a month worth of work. Okay, so you pay $200 for FileMaker, and you say 2,000.
Oh yeah,
because you're using FileMaker. So okay,
it's a huge ROI, return on investment, huge.
Yeah, so that's how you need to think about it. If you use FileMaker to calculate to first name, last name, address, and phone number, don't use it.
Yeah, use Airtable.
Yeah, exactly. But if you use the system to analyze and get things done and send email and and build calendars and share calendar with all your staff, and if you want to do things like this, very evolved, right? You are saving a lot of money. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you want to do this using Oracle, using Salesforce and stuff like this, you will see how much that will cost you. So the development time will be like 10 times more. Or even if the licensing maybe is cheaper, I have no idea how much that how that costs. Oracle and stuff, I don't know. I'm not sure that is much cheaper than FileMaker, by the way.
And what, Salesforce or something?
Yeah.
Oh, it's more. It's quite a bit more. Oh yeah. No. Yeah, no.
So let's not complain. We all know, we all want everything free because but nothing is free. So, but in the same time, if you know how to use FileMaker, if you do the right thing with FileMaker, the licensing is not that a problem, because and that's why the people are still using it. Otherwise, they will drop it for a long time, right? And we have the people they can call us, right? And we save them time, money too. Because calling us for the coaching or do development or whatever, I have a customer recently that told me, "Oh, my price is $150," and he said, "No, I want to give you 300 because you save me so much." Yeah.
Well, it's important that we bring these up, right? Because the reason, listen, if the product sucked, we wouldn't be here. The product is fantastic, and I don't want to waste too much time, but it's important that we acknowledge the warts, we acknowledge the things that are not good, and we also acknowledge the things that are really, really well executed. And the product continues to be great, save a lot of time, and it continues to be updated, regardless of whatever they call it, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you guys go. I will see everyone on Thursday. Yes.
Thanks, Richard.
Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction, and thank you everybody for joining us. Yeah, that was an interesting conversation because you have another perspective. It's I have many customers. They are so thrilled with my FileMaker, so they don't care. Like I said, open your wallets, right? Because it's depending on what you do with FileMaker. So it's always the same. It's always. It depends if you enjoy it or not. Depending if it's making a difference, right? It's like buying a $8,000 car or $80,000 car. It's you get for your money. Nothing is free, and and sometimes the cheapest is not cheap. You know what I mean? So it's not cheap at all. And depending on how you value your time, because like for example, do I want to do I want to waste 3 or 4 hours on my day of cleaning my house, or just I want to pay somebody to do it because within those 3 hours I'm making much more money than I'm paying the lady that comes to do the cleaning. It's the same thing. It's same thinking. So okay. So that being said, like March said, today we're going to move all what you done last week into Ken's file. Okay. So last week we learned. So let me share my screen right quick here. So last week we work on this. So we work on how to get the OCR to extract texts, and then from the text we extract things with FileMaker. We use FileMaker, so we transfer from we have a PDF, then the API gets the text, and then from the text we get values, we get things that can be used with FileMaker, and we use a smart way to get relationship involved, and then we can connect dots together and have automatic thing, happening automatically, like by magic, right? So that's what, and we love that when it happened, right? So we are going to transfer that technology into Ken's file, right? So because that file, that's okay. That's the file you get, and you will get, because this one is the modify file. So that's the file you get from the sample file, but you want to merge. You want to implement this inside your own solution, right? So here we have Ken's file here. So, and we have the documents table, right? But remember, we have another table. We have another file now, which is an external file with the. Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
It's okay. So, because I changed the resolution. See,
right.
Yeah. So, and the file.
You can still hate when that happens. We all do.
Yeah, it's okay. So, and it happened also when you have multiple displays, right?
Right.
It does that sometimes. It's when you have another window, it goes to the others. So okay, so we have that table. And from that table, this is where we are going to implement the OCR. Okay.
Right.
So the OCR doesn't need much, right? Because we need to implement those fields, the fields that we need, right? So we need the language code. So first let's copy first what we need for the fields, okay? So we need the language code, the language, the JSON, We need the overlay, the engine, the API key, right? And everything, the full text value, the full text number, the full text normal, and everything else, I think we have it. Okay? Everything else, we have it. So, or we don't need it. This was for my demo, the county and stuff like that was for my demo.
Right.
Document type, we have it. We need the error message, by the way. Okay? Because this is where we are going to collect when something wrong happened on the OCR. Okay, to get some information, right? Oh, and we need a past text as well. Okay, so let's copy those fields. Copy, and we go to the documents table here, right? And we are going to paste that here. Okay, so this is what we have. So we paste that. Okay, so I like to get the creation number, the creation order, so that we know those are being created. Those are the latest created fields that we just paste into it. So we can review it. Okay. So we have our field that we need. We're going to take care of the calculation later, right? Because we are going to build now the relationship that we need to have, right, in between the thing, right? So I have the fields done. Now we have a script that start the OCR, right? So we need that script here to be implemented, right? So here we need the start OCR, the past text, right, and the select. So we need those three. What the update language list? Is when you want to is when you want to create the language lists, right? So when they add a new, so we can copy those script here, right? So all of those, and we are going to implement those inside this file, right? We're going to create a new folder, right? That we are going to call OCR. Okay. I never know why creating a folder in that list is so long. Okay. So we have the OCR. Now I select the OCR and folder and I paste my script inside this. Of course, it will be broken because we switch from two completely different environments, right?
Right.
But the sequence of the scripts will be the same, and everything will be the same. Okay. I think I forgot to copy a table, and I'm going to copy the table as well because it could be useful. Yeah, it's okay. I don't need that. For what we want to do, we don't need that. The past to get this. To separate this text, to separate each pages of the PDF into multiple records, right? We don't need that, right? So we don't need those two scripts here. We just the start OCR. For that demo, we don't need that. We just need this. Okay. So this is what you get when you have a broken script, right? So we have many things broken. So when something's broken, right, it is like this. Okay, but don't be afraid. It won't be difficult to fix it. Okay. So let's read that script. First, here, obviously, I need to get the global where I have the API key, right?
Right.
But now so I'm going there, see, I'm going to 01 OCR, and I change this, so I'm selecting that piece of text, and I say T12 document. That's it. This is fixed. Because I copy paste the same field name, so I don't need to go and select the field. I know the field's there. Okay? So this is fixed now. Okay? So everything else works. And I do the same here, right? T12. Oh, I need to remove those. Yeah, when you have the comments here, the type over no longer works because it understands that as a mere piece of text and no
Got it.
longer, yeah. So when you do this, then this now works like by magic, right? So
That's a
now,
good tip. I didn't know that.
yeah, exactly. So when you comment both ways, that
Right.
comments, okay, or the other one,
Right.
this here, the type over no longer work. Okay.
Yep.
If you okay. Then we continue. So here, we get things broken. When things broke, FileMaker put a comment between those, this text.
Mhm.
And here we have the same thing, but here I need to go to the container field where we have the file, and the container field here is there. So I need to rename the whole thing. Okay. Boom.
Right.
But I prefer to type T12 instead of documents, right? So we take that from T12, and then we clean up the name because we don't want to send those characters are prohibited in the the good process of sending a file over. Okay.
Mhm.
So we clean that up. So we replace the space by the underscore, and then we remove all of this, right? So that's fixed. Now we need to fix this one, right? So
Mhm.
easy, same way. So you don't need to think about what happened. Just go and bring the container. That's it. Don't touch anything else. You don't need to
Right.
understand how it works. Just point this.
You're just repointing.
That's it. Same here. Get as Boolean. So I'm not going to use that page anymore. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is no longer needed. You can delete that because I'm not going to do the past table. Remember. So what I'm talking about is this. Getting. Let's go to the first.
The one with multiple pages.
Yeah, getting multiple pages like this, right? Getting multiple pages like this. I don't want that to happen. It slows down a lot, and it's not necessary. It's not what we want to do. We don't need that. So don't implement it. So let's remove this. Okay. Then here, fix this variable and go to the API, which is in T12. Okay. This is not this same here. We have the language code in the T12. Okay. Same here. So see, it's fixing. I wish we had a function in the scripts. Okay, change T01 OCR with T12 documents, right? FileMaker. Sometimes I hate you, but it's okay. Yeah, because it's so easy to fix. We have ChatGPT now. It's like, oh, what happened when I was in Greece. When somebody said, send me a fax. I say, what? No, I'm sending an email. Okay, and I'm not saying fax. Sorry, right? Send me a fax. So FileMaker is still at the telex, not even fax.
Yeah. Doesn't Christian Olsen's Wolf toolkit have something in there that's kind of a find and replace?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know about those plugins, Monkey Red or whatever.
Yeah, this was kind of I think his does kind of an export of some XML and then re-imports it after you do a find and replace in the XML.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I would have a button here, remap.
Exactly. That'd be nice.
This table with this table, this table with this table, this table with this table. Yeah. No, or give it this is what when I was there. Look, before I left FileMaker / Claris, right? I gave them 10 years worth of concepts, right? Like a button here, or even on the layout, the list of all the fields you have, and you can remap automatically in the list. Okay, this field with this field, this field with this field, this field with this field, this field, and up, so easy, but too easy, like the boss says. So this is fixed. We know and then we need to insert from URL the results, right, where we want the result to be. Okay, so I don't remember where it was landing here. So let's go and see on the original script what this is going. Insert in the JSON, yeah. So we need to go there, select JSON, and that's it, right? Then here, right, we have this here, but this was for my test. Okay, that was for my demo.
Okay.
So we don't want to have this right now, right? So that we will do that at one point. I want to do this, by the way. I want to do this one. So let's go to that script and see. Into itself. So I put into itself. I'm cleaning this to itself. So I'm selecting in T12 the JSON JSON fields, and I'm replacing by itself, but cleaned. Okay, this is what it's doing. I'm inserting in this JSON. Let's take T12 here. Stay in the same. Let's stay in the same context, right? This is very important. T12. We need to stay in the same context all along, otherwise it won't work. So in T12, so I'm inserting the rough, fuzzy text JSON from the API there, and then I'm replacing itself by a clean version of itself. Okay.
Right.
And then I commented out this, which is this, enable or disable. Okay. And then what was the result here? I don't remember. So we get what was the result in this one? Perform scripts. Oh yeah, the pass. I don't do that anymore. So we can delete this. Right? So we're good. So that script is now fully repaired. Correct? So it's easy
Looks
to
like
repair. Okay, it's easy to repair. Right. So let's try now. Okay. So I need to sorry. I need to stop sharing because I don't want to share with the world the key, my API key that I use, because otherwise everybody will use it.
Especially since you have the one that does everything.
Yeah, I have the Super Pro, whatever,
Yep.
$99 a month. So I don't want to, everybody to use it. Sorry, guys, but
Nothing's for free. Nothing's for free.
No, it's okay. I can do that. I did once and it was a nightmare to get out, So I need to put that key inside. So I can hide this on the side for now. Close this, right? And I can implement inside this, I can implement a field, right? For the J API key. Okay. And since I don't want you to see it, I'm going to put concealed edit box. So what the concealed edit box is doing this. Bye. You don't know it. It's there, but you don't know it. Okay. So now I'm going to have here, I'm going to build a nice button. Okay. And I'm going to call this, oh, that's not a button. It's a text. So let's build a button here. That is for text testing, right? And we call it start OCR. And we perform the script start OCR. Okay. Where is it? OCR, where are you? Okay, here, start OCR. Okay. And we want to start to test this and see if it works. So I'm going to use one of your files. Do we have some?
We put a couple in there. Yeah, I think maybe towards the end.
Yeah, this
There's one.
Okay, so let me put this and let's do some cleanup in this. I can move this, don't need that to be that big. Move this here. Move this here. This I don't care. And let's put here the field where I get the text. So let's put the JSON for now. Okay? I want to see the JSON file. No, I don't need that. And I can put here, let's put the vertical, to navigate from there.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see if everything works. So let's debug that script and see if everything works. Okay. So I have the API key, so everything okay. I'm sending over. So now let's see if that works. Okay. Apparently it doesn't work because I have a question mark, right? So we need to stop, we need to open this and stop it and see why it didn't work. Document container, so I don't know why it didn't work. I got the container field. I have no idea. My file name.
We didn't rename that field on the layout. One of those. No, because those were only the thumbnails. Never mind.
Oh, no, it's my bad. I am in doc.
And not 12.
Not 12. I need to be in T12. And I think I don't have a T12. It's okay. I don't have one. So let me explain what happened here. Okay. I typically never work from those documents, those tables here, right?
Right.
I call that table names that I have an occurrence that match the name of the table. Okay. I don't use those with relationship. This was for demo, right? But I typically don't use that, right? For and I can delete that because that was for the demo. Oh no. Yeah, I can delete that. No, this one no. But I can reproduce this here. So let's no, keep it like this for now. But I don't use that typically. I never use this. I use this. I have that's
the occurrences that you've numbered.
Yeah, the occurrence. Yeah, the occurrence point to the doc, but it's its own world with the relationship I need. So I typically don't use the doc like this, but I can create a new context, right? And I go to the T12. I call that T12 documents, right? Documents. It's a form, and I finish. Okay, so now I can do whatever I want in that layout. I want some field from the other side. Okay. I want some field from here. But I want the document ID. I want those. Yeah, I don't even need that. I can just drag from here. So I want the file name here. I want the container field, obviously. Okay. I want the JSON field, obviously. So I can do this. So I arrange my layout, right, to have whatever I need, right? Obviously, I need some overlay, but this is small. I need the engine number. It's also small. The API key add-ons, and that I will see later. The file name I have. So I'm good with this. I just need this, okay? So overlay, I put a 1 here or true. I think it wants true or 1. I don't remember. I think it's 1. Let's check on the other file. I think the overlay need to have either 1 or true. I don't remember. So let's check. Depending on how. Yeah. Oh, I need the word overlay. Yeah. So this stuff you need to check, So I need a word overlay, not 1 or true. I need to put that. But that can be changed because this is what I do. And the engine, let's use the 1 engine, the engine number 1. Okay, for now. You have multiple engine on the OCR, and you need to detect which one is best on the result you get. Okay.
Right.
So of course, I need my OCR button here. And that. Why so long? I copy paste a button.
Yeah. It's probably doing something with checking the script or something. Maybe.
No, it's the XML stuff on the layout.
Yeah.
I think it's reorganizing because I'm adding
the whole thing.
Yeah. Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's better just to. And if I stop, it will wait until the end to stop it. So, that's stuff that makes sometimes, sometimes you don't understand. Okay, thank you. Do we have something like this? Okay, so I have my button. Okay, start OCR. So let's start again. Okay, so start OCR. Everything okay. Now let's see if that works. Yes. So here, this is the name of the file, 98 PNG. Okay, 98 PNG. But I think that will fail, and I will explain you why. Let's continue to see if that fails. Parse image, right? Is parse image? Yeah, I think so. The language.
We just won't get anything because this is a won't get much because this is a picture.
I need the language. I forgot the language. So let's stop it, right? And let's put the language here. Okay. So the language. I need the language code. Let's see which one. Yeah, the code. So the language code doesn't need to be that big, by the way.
Yeah, isn't that just like a 2-letter thing?
Yeah, it's a code. Yeah, it's EN.
Right.
EN, right? So let's continue. So let's start again. Okay, so we there with boom, everything. Okay, so I have the code, the overlay, the engine, and the header. So now, right? So we have all those things done. Okay. So let's continue. I freeze the window and I insert from URL, and we will see what it's going to do. And apparently it works. No, it doesn't. So the language is invalid. So why the language is invalid? So this is what it returns, an error. Okay. The language is not valid. Okay. So maybe because you need it's not a code. I remember now. It's more than the code, right? It's more than the code. So I need to change this. Okay. Anyway, when you have a doubt like this, go to the original and see what the language was, right? I was English here, so what the field language code was returning, I don't remember. And you too, ENG, ha, is 3 letters. Okay, so ENG. That is good because I'm putting myself in your seat.
Yep. Yeah.
So let's start again and see what happens. So freeze window, insert. So I have another. Okay, now I know why it didn't work. Okay, there is a problem with this, and I don't know why. Okay, the name of the file cannot start with numbers. The file name is 98. It cannot start with numbers. If I put Ken 98 on the file name, right? It will work because it doesn't like starting with file. But I'm not using so that won't work because I'm not taking the file name. I'm taking the file name from the so let's use
from
another
the document.
file. Yeah. So how you document our names?
I usually rename them once I put them in, that it either has the pilot name on it if it's a pilot document, or the registration number if it is a balloon document.
This one will work, but I have another way. To fix this. Why the language code is not a global? Oh, maybe because it's okay. We'll fix that later. So ENG for the language. Okay. Overlay 1. Okay. So let's start this one. But I'm going to explain all of this, right? I told you at the beginning that will fail because it starts with 98. But I have
you told us it would fail. You didn't let us tell us why until just now. But
yeah. So if I do this now, it won't fail. Hopefully. How big is this file? Boom.
It wasn't that big.
Okay, I have the results.
Okay.
So I'm cleaning. I don't have error. Boom. And this is my text. Okay. This is what I get.
Right.
Okay. So I said I want the overlay. So why I don't have the overlay? Because this is not, I said I want the overlay because otherwise it's not going, text is not provided as it requires. So I need to check why it didn't do the overlay. That means to go through, right? And overlay, you choose get as Boolean to G overlay false true. So I don't understand why it didn't work. Okay. I need to change this, and is overlay required overlay. Okay. So why I put overlay here like it was required. So I need to test this calculation here and see why it didn't work. Because I want the overlay, otherwise it said false. Get as Boolean false true. That's weird because so let's go to the original and see why here this calculation will work or not. Okay. It said false two. That's weird. So let's start this script here and see why here it returned what I want. Maybe because boom, boom, boom. So do I have the overlay here? I need to, unfortunately, because of I need to stop here. Overlay false. And why it works here and it didn't work? Oh, because that's okay. I have no idea what this is doing. Okay. So let's force the overlay. Okay. We can do this, right? By doing this. Okay. So to return true, but it needs to have,
and then comment out the rest.
It needs to be the word true. So let me explain FileMaker. Okay. I need to explain this. If you put in a calculation true, it will be accepted by FileMaker as is, but it will return 1. The API needs the text true, not 1. So it needs to be between quotes if you want to force this. And you comment out this.
The rest.
So so let's force, okay? And let's see what happened here. Okay. So this is, but it's okay. I have the text. Okay. So I have the text. I have no idea why it's. I will investigate. Why it's doing this, but because I said true and it's still saying that is not required, but it is a job that it didn't do before. Okay. Not generated as it was not requested. Oh, the search PDF.
That's the searchable. Yeah, now we're on to the searchable. Okay, that other error is gone.
Oh, yeah. So that's why. Okay. So let's see the difference between with overlay and not overlay. If I said no here, if I said overlay false, okay. I have no idea why it's, sometimes. If I say overlay false, it will just gather the text and nothing else, right? It will just gather the text and don't do the separation and don't do the analytic of the JSON, okay? But we want that, so, but if I say false, this is what I get. Let me do it again. Yeah. So you see, okay, so I have this. Text overlay is not provided because not request. So I have the text like this, right?
Right.
But I don't have more. That's what I have. Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
If I say yes or true, right? So now I will get all what I want to get.
You get all that text plus.
I don't know why it returned false when it should return true, right? So now I have all of those that I didn't have before, right? And I want that. Okay. So now we have the analytic of the text. Okay, so we get the result of the text. Now we need to connect the dots with the different text version. Okay, so I have the JSON, but now I need the parse text from the JSON. Okay, so I need to reconnect this. Okay.
P12?
No. Okay, and that's why I do that. On the layout, I want the layout to point to a context, because on the layout, I'm going to use relationship and stuff like that. So I want to be on the context, on the on the master detail, the world,
Okay. Yeah.
I want that to happen. But on the field definition, I need
You didn't bring those over.
Yeah, it's okay. I can create it. Yeah. It's okay. I can create it later. Let's create it. Counter. I forgot about this. So the past text here, I can now fix it. Okay.
I like that little trick of just putting something, basically a nothing in there to be able to go back and fix
Yes.
add that field, because I do that all the time and I keep.
It's a trick. It's a trick. When you do this, you do okay. I'm going later. I'm coming back later, and because I don't want to lose what I just did.
With everything else, right? Yeah.
Yeah. You put quote, and you come back, and then you fix
come back.
Right. Counter. Okay. So why I'm doing this on the auto entry calculation, when I don't need relationship, I'm pointing to the main table. I'm pointing to the occurrence that point to the main table. Okay.
Okay.
It's much easier that way. Why? Because it comes naturally. When you create a calculation, let's say I'm creating calc. When you create something like this and you open and you can here, bam, you land on doc. So you land on doc because it's the first occurrence you created with that table.
Okay.
Okay, so it comes naturally to doc, and it's okay if you don't need a relationship. Keep doc.
Then just stay there. Okay. I get it.
If you need a relationship, you go to T12, and then you have the relationship available. Because if you go to doc here, normally you have no related. I have one because my demo before, but normally you have no relationship. And what you want, because when you create a new field, it lands to doc naturally. So go to doc. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this. Okay. So I have my past text right here. That works now. Now I want the full text, where the full text, this. But so what the full text, okay? On my demo last week, I did the full text as a script step, but I don't like it. I don't want that to be a script step. I did this, full text this. I want this to be what's the name? An auto entry calculation. I don't want all of those things to be a script step. I want an auto entry calculation, right?
Okay. Yeah.
To be that, So where the value stuff is coming from? Do you see the variable name values? How that works? Okay. So let's see, how this works. Okay. I want in that field it's a good exercise to see how that works, right? I want in that field whatever is there. I want this. Clean. Okay, I want this, the past text. Okay. So I copy the calculation, right? Of course, I'm in T12. This is what I want. Okay. This worked because it's 0. If I say 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's 0. Okay. The password. So why this? Okay. Why this? It's because in the JSON, this array, pass text here, I'm there, pass result. Okay, I'm there. Okay,
yeah,
I'm here. I'm pass result. I'm here. Pass results.
Right.
This has only one record, only one array, one record in the array, only one piece, right, in
Right.
the array, not more. So that's why it's 0. I could have said this, by the way. Make it clean because it's always 0. Always it will be 0, right? On this parse result array, I want the parse text. I will have been say, oh, I want the error message. Okay. Error message.
And you should have nothing.
I have nothing, it's blank. Or I want the file parse exit code is return 1.
You would have 1, yep.
Right? I could have said, you know what I mean? So I could have, so that's how you take things from the JSON, but we have so many JSON explanation that I want to go there another time. But I want the parse text, boom, and it come everything that there, but clean. So I copy just what I need this. I need this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need this calc, but I want this to be an auto entry calculation. I don't want that to be on the script. Why to be on scripts? I want that to happen all the time. So I paste this, I put that on doc because this is where I am, and I want this. Okay?
Okay.
On the JSON, I want this. My auto entry calculation works. I want to do the same on this, but here is easy, right? Take the full text and remove all the numbers. Keep only the numbers.
Keep only the numbers, right? Yeah.
Filter this. Keep only the numbers. And on the text value, remove the blanks, the spaces by the Claris return. Replace.
Replace, yeah.
So all of this magically worked because I point to this. So I fix this one, and this one depends on this. So, so now, if I click again on my button, so I have no needs for this, right? And I want to show you something now that will shake your head. I don't even need this. I don't. I want an auto entry calculation that will clean itself. So let's, copy the code. Oops, let's copy that code. I want this to have an auto entry calculation and clean itself. Format itself. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, look what happened. I blank this. Blank. Nothing. Okay.
Right.
Start OCR. Oh, stop. Okay. I remove all this. So see, that makes the code simpler. The script simpler. Right? It's much simpler because I don't
you just took out 6 or 7 lines.
Exactly. So I start and it's cleaned. Just I need a commit at the end. It needs to commit to validate the auto entry calculation. So let's start again. Okay. So without the script step, I put the text in the field, and because I have an auto entry calculation that points to itself, boom, it's cleaned, right? It's clean, and I have the full text.
Yep.
And we can do this, okay? This is full text. This is our text number. This is number. This is the numbers. And this is no CRs, carriage return. Okay. No blanks, no spaces. Okay. So I have my free version of that text. Correct?
Right.
So I'm putting that on the back, moving that here, resizing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm changing this to number, going there, put it here. This is no text, no space. Or I call that values, I think. Yeah.
Called it values before, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I have my free version. Okay. Full text, numbers, and values. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's now I have that's happening whenever I'm inserting a file inside your file. When we are going to insert the documents, that will fire. But I don't want that to fire and wait for this to come. I don't want to wait this transferring
This
data.
stuff, right.
I don't want that, I want that to happen on server. So tomorrow it will happen on server. And after tomorrow, we're going to connect those, okay,
Back to
to
the other
your-
fields.
to your types of documents. And we are going to take the names, and we are going to take the dates, and we are going to take all of those things like by magic. Okay.
Looks good.
So do we have any question, Marge?
Not on Twitch or YouTube. There's two from David Angel. In a 200 PDF pages full text field, could that reach the limit?
Oh, this text field
Yeah.
are reach the limits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to anticipate a little bit on next week. Okay, so this is how I use ChatGPT. So I need to hold my, pause my layout for now, because I don't want people to see for the same reason why I don't want to see my username and stuff like this. Okay. What is the text limit in FileMaker fields? Okay, so you have your answer. Right?
2 billion characters.
Previous version was 64. So 2 billion characters, but you have a maximum storage of 2 GB anyway for anything that is in data, including text, images, or files. So you have 2 GB limits in one field because of the 32 bits computers. Okay. So, but in characters, that's what you have, 2 billion. Okay. So I think we're good. Right. Sometimes,
David had one
Yeah.
more about
Yeah.
in the parse text, he's seeing a /r/n, and he's wondering if that's HTML representing a new line. I think that's just text stuff, isn't it?
Yes, no, that new, no. Is
Look
right.
in the parse text field.
Yeah.
That's just
Slash-
text saying it's a return and a new line.
Exactly. This is
Yeah.
how JSON / Java / it's you want a carriage return or a new line.
Right.
So that's why the full text is like this. So let's see. I have a return and a new line. See, return and a
Yep.
new line. So that's how so if I change this, I do this, and I put that here. boom.
Yep.
Right? So yeah, this is how, and if I have only a return, what a difference. If I say only a return. Yeah, I don't know why. Or if I say a new line.
Yeah, I see that in BB Edit when I'm doing some text stuff.
Yeah.
But I relate it to reveal codes in WordPerfect 1990.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the code. You know,
Yeah,
it's
just
the
text code to say I go to a new line, basically. Oh yeah.
What this means in JSON files. Oh, it was but it will be smart enough to understand.
Should.
Oh, okay. Oh, because yeah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't like this, I think.
Especially escape sequences. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not the character. It's backslash. Where's the backslash here? Here. Yeah, he understands. So represent a combination of new line and carriage return escape sequence. The escape sequence /n represent a new line character and the R represent a new carriage return character, which this in this escape blah, blah, blah. So it expects everything. And you have the JSON mites and the hello blah 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 blah. See? So
yeah,
this explained. And
so not specific to HTML.
Yeah. And if you want to explain this, you know, because you have a /no, you know, what this means in JSON. So the NO, so the O, letter O is this plain character in the string. Is a plain character. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. NO character. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you know, when you have some anticipation from tomorrow, from last week. Okay, sometime. You know, you say you have this, you know, let's say you have this, and you say, and you will put me out of business. Do you have a better way to do this in FileMaker?
I had it play with writing FileMaker scripts, and it was actually pretty good.
Well, I'm not sure about this.
No, it doesn't look better.
Steps, you know, define a custom function. Let's, you know, replace. Oh, so we need to do a custom function. So it tells us to do a replace multiple using a recursive approach. Yeah, but I will do that with a while function, not a recursive approach. But you know. So you put me out of business, but not really. That
No.
is.
I don't think so.
No, it's okay. We talk about that next week. We have a philosophical okay. I'm inside this for a long time, not just now. The intelligent artificial intelligence, because it's one of my passion. I love it. You know. It's my hobby is human nature, the world, and understanding the world, understanding the present. Because I have another passion is the history, with a big H. Why? Because I'm a French guy, and we bathe in history when you live in and I'm Greek too, so I'm influenced by a huge 4,000 years history from my Greek side, and for 2,000 years history on my French side, and a rich one, right? A very rich recent one, when the Greek is a rich ancient one, right? So because I love the history, so I love the present, and I love the way I have to analyze how the world evolved.
Sure.
And I will come. I'm very immersed in that intelligent artificial business, and we have nothing to be afraid about. Oh yeah, if you are an actor and stuff like that, you're out of business soon. But otherwise, you will see next week. But
Looking
this
forward to
is
that. I've been having fun with this stuff.
Yeah, it's very cool because it gives you all the things. And sometime, I correct and I said no. I said no. The best approach is this, and he said, "Oh, you're right."
Yeah. I've had it
Thank you.
generate huge tables for me of HTML from lists that, gosh,
Yeah.
it saves so much time.
Yeah, of course. But this is not that is not a bad approach, by the way.
No.
It's not a bad approach to have a recursive one, because then you can have as many characters you want, right? So you put a list of characters, but I will have a better approach on this than doing the JSON stuff. I think it came with the JSON because we just talked about JSON before, right? So I don't know. I don't know why he wants to do the JSON stuff, but
well, and maybe it's not up on the while function yet either.
yeah, it doesn't know. What about using a while function? so pretty much you copy that next week. So you copy this, you remap stuff, and boom, you have your custom function.
There's even a button there that says copy code. You don't even have to select it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, copy paste.
Yeah.
So yes, we might be out of business for things, right? But to come with this idea of using numbers and values and stuff like that, using relationship and stuff like that, bye-bye ChatGPT, right? It's and build stuff. It's next week topic. Let's next. But that will be interesting because next week I'm going to March. How many weeks do we have? 2 weeks, right? On ChatGPT.
You gave me 1 week, but I can do 2.
Yeah, I mean, do you? Okay, you guys, do you want to talk about that? I want to poll. Do you want to extend? Because I will have a guest, a guy we use that with FileMaker for his work. I'm not just. We're not just talking about how we developers use FileMaker with ChatGPT with FileMaker code and stuff like that. But I'm going to bring in a customer that use ChatGPT with FileMaker for his work. Okay?
5 people have said they'd like that. So
yeah, I will. Look, next week, the first day, I think that will be a philosophical discussion that we will have about this. I'm preparing this for a long time. Okay, the ChatGPT, but I wanted to finish the implementation of this with my customer to have many examples to show you this. Okay, don't be afraid. I tell you about everybody, don't be afraid. What you need to do, right, is to learn to use it. Because in the future,
I think that's exactly right.
Yeah, it's not. I have a friend of mine. He tell me, okay, I don't want to take a plane. Why? Oh, because I don't know. I'm getting lost in airports, so I don't want to fly.
Yeah,
that's the same thing. Learn how to, fix this. Learn how to move in an airport and then fly the world. Right? It's the same thing, and you have nothing to be afraid about. Next week we have a great discussion about this.
Looking forward to that.
I think
Yeah, it
that'll
would be interesting.
Awesome.
Okay, so
and we're 20 minutes past the hour, so go ahead.
Yeah,
so we're extending
yeah.
ChatGPT by 3 days.
Yeah, extend a week on this. Let's 2 weeks on this because we have topics and we are going to talk about this. And I want to have some exchange about this with you guys online. So come next week. Come with ideas and how you feel about it and how you. If you ever thought about using ChatGPT that way, and that's the ChatGPT 4 now that is up, which is even better. I'm using the version free, and you can use the version 4, which is paying. It's a paying version, right? So, but it's cool. But don't be afraid. Please don't be afraid. Nothing to be afraid about. Okay, so
all right, here.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, everybody. We're gonna run the credits. See you guys later.
Got a report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir.